There may be stops and starts.
UBC Assistant Professor Denise Kenney and Associate Professor Neil Cadger formed Inner Fish Performance Company in 2010 to challenge the boundaries of live performances. Recently, the two put on a performance of their reworked piece, House at the End of the Road, at the Kelowna Art Gallery.
See the green field? Dick and Jane decided to move from their African homeland to the green field.
It's not, I would say, a play, it's a performance. So there are elements of play, there are characters and there's a story, but it's not, I would say, really a play. A lot of what goes on here, you couldn't write it down in any comprehensible way. It's action, there are things that we do.
In this work, we start with a concept, or we carve out a concept as we play or work with the materials. And this one is about the idea of our compulsion as humans to seek out greener grass, to keep expanding, colonizing, achieving, competing. That is in us. It's been in us for thousands of years. And we kind of look at how that plays out and maybe where that impulse comes from.
The company allows students and professionals to gain the experience needed to further their career and expand their repertoire.
My first meeting of everyone was like, I don't know, I just immediately saw how the professors are still practicing artists, and which I think is really important, and looking into doing an MFA there, that's really important. And I also liked how the show is got undergrads, grad students, randoms like me, and then professors, and there's no sense of hierarchy in that way. It's we're artists and we're coming together and we're building, and that's important.
Being involved in this was an amazing opportunity. It gave me an exposure to a different theater culture. It also gave us experience working with the whole gamut of people that work in staging performance. It also just gives you that bonding experience, makes you feel like your education is going somewhere.
Logistically speaking, to build a house, even though it's a square box, which you think is really simple to do it during the course of a show is incredibly difficult, because everybody has to have a board at the right place at the right time. And if somebody misses out, it's not going to all fit together. And you're going to be in our show where we come down and we have sort of 3 rings and put it down on top. If one of those boards isn't right, we're stuck.
It's really great to have this experience. I think it's really going to enrich my experience of being, involved in theater and stuff. To really have this kind of real theater experience. We went out and we were at a festival and, just as performers rather than as part of a student show or something. So it was, really great to be a part of it.
I've been a nomad almost all my life. I left home when I was 18, and I've moved around and constantly looking for my place. Where do I want to live? Where do I want to land and deepen my roots into a community? So that search of constantly looking, I completely relate to. And there's one target line in the middle where Tristan's saying it now because I've got a cold.
What do I want?
And what do I want? Well, what the heck do I want? So that's been actually chiming through the whole process. Well, what do I want? Especially now just coming through the end of this university grad school portal. Okay, now what?
To find out more and for upcoming performances, you can visit their website.